Start by finding a comfortable position. And then soften your gaze or close your eyes completely, starting to draw your attention inwards. Begin to tune into your breath. Noticing your inhales, noticing your exhales. And as you breathe in and out, try to relax your physical body. Soften all of the muscles in your face. Relax your forehead. Soften around your eyes. Loosen your jaw. Release any tension from your neck and shoulders. Let your arms and legs grow heavy. Begin to tune in to the spaciousness within your chest and belly. Feel every inhale fill this space up, and let every exhale clear this space out. Let your breath deepen, inhaling all the way into the bottoms of your lungs, and let your exhales be nice and slow. Take a few more breaths, staying connected to every moment of your inhale, every moment of your exhale. And try to feel your breath filling up your chest and belly. Using your imagination, picture yourself walking down a path in a moonlit forest. Feel the soft ground beneath your feet. The cool breeze on your skin. And notice how the soft moonlight illuminates the plants and the trees around you. Off in the distance, you hear the howling of a wolf, and you feel as though she's calling you home. You feel safe within this forest as you walk step by step down the clear, open path in front of you. As you continue to move through this forest, try to notice as many details as you can. See the different trees, the plants, maybe noticing some small animals moving about. Try to feel the fresh air filling up your lungs and the soft breeze caressing your skin. Although the forest is dense, the path is wide enough for you to look up and see the sky. The stars are shining brightly, and the full moon hangs overhead, glowing, radiating. Try to feel the rays of the moon shining down on your face. Guiding you and energizing you for the journey ahead. You hear the call of the wolf once again, and you're reminded of the feeling of freedom. Your own wildness begins to awaken. You start to think of all of the possibilities that life holds. Things that you've experienced, dreams that aren't yet realized. But you begin to feel a growing expansion within your chest. It feels as though your heart is opening, your chest is softening, as the call of the wild beckons you forward. Although you're moving through unknown territory and unfamiliar terrain, you feel safe and secure. Any anxiety fades away and transforms into excitement, and you begin to walk a little quicker, eager to see what lies ahead. You continue making your way down the path, and as you look ahead, you notice something blocking your way. You can't quite tell what it is, but you continue to walk closer and closer, trying to identify the obstacle. Once you arrive, you see that it's a long brick wall. It's too high to climb and too long to skirt around, but you see that the path leads up to it, and it appears as though it continues to move through it. You can tell that the wall is old. It's covered in vines and moss. It blends into the forest, and you realize that if you weren't on this specific path, you never would have even found it. You continue scanning the brick wall, looking for a latch or an opening. But in the pale moonlight, it's hard to see, and this wall appears to be completely solid. You move a little closer and begin to run your hands over the surface, looking for an irregularity that could indicate there's a way through. Your hand brushes up against something, and as you look a little closer, you see that it's an old padlock hanging off of the brick wall. You tug on the lock and push on the wall, hoping that it will open, but it's locked tight and won't budge. Unsure of what to do, you put your hands in your pockets as you think. To your surprise, you find that in your pocket there's a single key. You pull it out and inspect it. And although you aren't quite sure how it got there, something about it is very familiar. It feels old and worn, and you get the sense that this key has been with you for a very long time. With a little bit of nervousness and a lot of excitement, you put the key into the lock. To your delight, it fits. As you turn the key, you hear a click, and a large portion of the brick wall is freed, and you realize that it's a hidden door. You slowly push it open and step through to the other side of the wall. Once you're on the other side, the door closes behind you and you hear it lock. Part of you is a little worried and a little afraid, but you hear the howl of the wolf off in the distance once again, reminding you that you're moving towards freedom. You know that the path that you're on is taking you to a place of greater growth, greater expansion, and a more authentic life. The forest around you looks the same as it did on the other side. You were expecting there to be some change, but you can't find any difference. You continue walking down the path, feeling the energy of the moon on your skin, feeling the sense of freedom within your chest. And as you continue to walk, feeling of excitement begins to grow. You keep moving, step by step, through the dark forest, letting the call of the wolf encourage you. Looking ahead, you see something glowing in the moonlight. As you look a little closer, you see that it's an old wooden door stationed directly in the path. It seems as though it's just floating, hovering in mid-air, and you start to question your sight, wondering if it's just an illusion. But as you reach the door, you realize that it is in fact there. You reach out and grab the knob and find that it's locked. You try to walk around the door, but it seems as though there's an invisible force field, creating a wall that you can't pass through. You walk back to the path, standing in front of the door. You begin to realize that the freedom you desire, the growth that you crave, is on the other side of this door. You hear a shuffling sound behind you and turn around to see a large white wolf standing in the path. Rather than feeling fear, you feel a sense of relief. You know that this is the wolf that's been guiding you. Her call has been reminding you of your own wildness. Her howl is an invitation to come back to yourself. As you look into her eyes, you realize that there's a small chain she's holding in her mouth. she walks up to you and drops it at your feet. And you see that at the end of the chain, there's a small silver key. You bend down to pick it up, and by the time you stand back up, the wolf has disappeared. You start to realize that this key is the key to your new life. You understand that if you open this door and step through it, you can't return back to the place that you've been, at least not in the same way. You know that you're ready for this change. You're ready to expand, and you're ready to step more fully into yourself. So you turn back to the door, putting the small silver key into the knob, and as soon as you turn the key, you hear a click. You hesitate for a moment, looking back from the direction that you came, but you know, deep within your soul, that you can never go back. You've learned the lessons, you've had the experiences, and you've outgrown the life that you were living. You know that a lot of things from that life will join you on the other side, and you're prepared to let go of the things that can't come with. The feeling of freedom within your chest grows stronger and stronger, and you push the door open and step through to the other side. There's a bright flash of light, almost like lightning. You shield your eyes for a moment, and when you reopen them and look around, you find that the forest has completely transformed. Everything is glowing, bright and colorful. It's still nighttime, and the moon is shining overhead, but it feels as if the earth is alive in a way that you've never seen. The colors are more vivid, and everything is pulsing with life. You veer off the path to explore the forest. And as you do, you notice that the plants, the trees, and all of the little animals are aware of your presence. You feel as though they see you in the same way that you see them. And you understand that you've broken in to a new level of consciousness. Your awareness of the life around you has increased, in a way that you notice the sacredness in every moment. Spend some time exploring this forest, noticing the bright colors and the depth of presence that runs through everything. Let your imagination show you what's held within this new world. You may see people or images that are familiar to you. You may see angels or crystals, something that holds a special meaning. Just take some time to get familiar with the energy that you've just stepped into. Understand that you've crossed a threshold within your own mind, your own being. You ended up here because you were ready. You were ready to level up, to graduate into a new life. The life that you're moving into holds all of your dreams, all of your desires, and you can trust that they will be realized. You can stay here in this energetic space within this forest for as long as you'd like. And you can come back to this feeling or this meditation anytime you need to remind yourself of where you are and what you've accomplished.